I am not exaggerating when I say that every single item in this Japan haul was worth the money. Before my most recent Japan trip, I made a promise to myself that I would only shop with intention. I would only buy items that were personal to me, that were well made, and were things that I would actually use beyond that one Japan trip. So come along with me, and I'm excited to show you all the things that I picked up in Japan. Number one is the Onitsuka Tigers. This Japanese shoe brand is one of the most viral and trendy shoes right now, and I happen to get the most popular colorway, which is the Kill Bill Mexico 66. When you go to the US website, they're $200 USD plus tax. But when you go to Japan and you buy them there, they are 120 USD in total. That's almost $80 off. This is a must buy when you are there. I was really on the hunt for some new sneakers, and I wanted something a little bit more unique than the Sambas that everyone has. And I just really like the style. It just looks really different. I mean, look at it. I like how the tabs are different. There's like little X's on the back. It's just a really cool tennis shoe. Originally, I wanted this all metallic silver shoe, and that was the first one I tried on when I was in store, but it was just so incredibly stiff, and the back was really digging into my heel, and I knew that it was gonna be really uncomfortable and probably blister inducing. So that's why I actually ended up trying these, all leather and suede. And they also happen to have my size. So was it meant to be? Probably, because I ended up with them. My fiance Matt didn't even know about the brand until we were there. But when he saw me trying on the shoe, it really piqued his curiosity, and he asked the sales associate if they had it in his size, and miraculously they did. So he tried them on and got his own pair. So now we have matching Onitsuka Kill Bills. In terms of comfort, I would say that these pass the comfort test. They feel like a Converse. You know, I could walk a decent 15,000 steps in these before they start hurting. Matt says that he walked over 20,000 steps in his and they were completely fine. So there might be a little bit of variation there depending on your foot shape. If you still don't think that Onitsuka Tigers are a must-buy when you're in Japan, maybe you'll believe me after you see our second pairs. Onitsuka doesn't just sell these crazy colors. They sell a lot of really cute and neutral colors that are really good for daily wear as well. So that is why we ended up getting another pair. These are the statement pieces that we have. You know, once in a while we wear them for a pop of color, but otherwise these are ones that we can just wear to the office or to the mall pretty daily. I also feel like I got a happy ending because I still ended up getting a pair of shoes with a cute little metallic streak. I might actually like this model better just because it's all leather instead of suede at the front, which means that it'll be easier to maintain and I don't have to worry about stains as much. But yeah, I really love her. She's exactly the type of shoe that I would go for in the normal world. She has still a cute little accent of the metallic silver that reminds you of like a Hershey's Kisses. So if you want to get your hands on the more in-demand colorways, you're either gonna have to line up early about an hour before opening at the really popular flagship stores, or you could do what I did, which is go to a place that's not as crowded. We went to Ueno Park, and next to Ueno Park is a mall called Parco, and inside there was an Onitsuka store. And it was just way more calm, and they had all of these cool colors in stock in our size. And I think I went around the afternoon. So they didn't even sell out yet, which is kind of crazy because these things are always sold out, especially the Kill Bills. Number two is matcha. I'm obsessed with matcha, and I knew that Japan was gonna be the perfect place to stock up on a bunch. Even if you are not a matcha fan yourself, matcha is still a must-buy when you are in Japan because you know that it's going to be great quality, and I'm sure that there is someone in your life that would really appreciate a thoughtful gift of really high-quality ceremonial grade matcha. I know that because there has been a global surge in matcha demand that it's driving prices up everywhere, which is another pro of getting in Japan. It is much cheaper when you buy it there. I did all of my matcha shopping in Uji, which is a city known as the birthplace of matcha. Uji is matcha heaven. There's matcha everything, matcha ice cream, matcha soba noodles, matcha crepes. There were so many stores that you could browse, all the different matcha types, matcha tins. I mean, look, there was 4 different brands that I have here with me. All of the workers that I encountered were really nice and helpful. They would walk me through the different flavor profiles, give me their recommendations on what I would use a matcha for. Am I baking it? Am I putting it in a latte? Am I just drinking it alone? They were really nice, and I had a great experience overall. Personal highlight of my matcha tour in Uji was going to the factory of Marukyu Koyamaen. So this is a brand that actually also went viral on TikTok and social media. And I actually got to try it myself because my favorite matcha store in San Francisco actually uses this in all their lattes. So I already knew how it tasted, and I just wanted to get a tin for myself in Uji. So this is not on the main strip of matcha stores. I actually had to take a about 30-minute Uber to go to their factory where I would be able to buy these tins. And yeah, it's really delicious. It was only about $15 a tin. So that's probably why they limit it only to one a person. So one person doesn't take all the supply, which is kind of nice. I was in a party of 4, so I was able to take home 4 tins. But yeah, I was really excited that I got to go and see the actual factory where they make my favorite matcha flavor. If you are curious about the brands that I got in Uji, here's a close-up of them. They range from $15 all the way up to $60. So there's a wide range and variety of ones that you can get. For number 3, we have matcha bowls. Of course you can't buy matcha and not have bowls to make it in. Matcha bowls are another must-buy in Japan because look at these designs. They're so beautiful. They are made in Japan from high-quality ceramic, and they just make for really great souvenirs for yourself or for a loved one who loves matcha. I got these beautiful bowls on Kappabashi Kitchen Street, which is one of the most legit places where you can buy kitchenware, so much so that people who own restaurants frequent that area, and that is where they buy their beautiful plates and dishes and things like that. I spent about 3 hours there, and I was really determined to find a matcha bowl, but not just any matcha bowl. I really wanted matcha bowls that really spoke to me and something that, really made me feel something. They are a form of art. So when I was 2.5 hours in and I still didn't find a design that I liked, I was getting pretty hopeless. But somehow in the last 30 minutes,
guys, 2 bowls have spoken to me. Oh my God.
I not only ended up with 1, not 2, but 3 matcha bowls that spoke to me. So the first one is going to be just your standard beige cream. It matches my regular aesthetics. I thought that this is a really great staple bowl. Second, I was very surprised that I actually really liked this more funkier color. The teal, the purple, the green, that's not something I usually go for, but for some reason it just reminded me of the ocean and I had to get it. Saved the best for last, and I also got it as the store was closing, is this beautiful Oreo cookies and cream looking bowl that looks like it was brushed and handcrafted with so much thought. This is my favorite bowl, obviously, and I cannot believe that I found this. Funny story is that the first bowl that spoke to me within the first 20 minutes of my 3-hour search was, it looked really similar to this. And the only downside was that it was $700. Ain't no way I'm gonna spend $700 on a bowl. I probably wouldn't even wanna use it because I'll be so scared of breaking it. So I was shocked that I found this bowl that honestly looks very similar to it. It was the same swirly patterns. It reminds me of Jupiter. Oh my God, I really love this bowl. And it was only $30 compared to $700. This was a must buy for real. I would say that all of the matcha bowls on Kappabashi Street were on average $20. Some were cheaper, some were more expensive, but there really is something for everyone. I mean, look, I found 3 completely different designs in the span of 30 minutes. So if you are patient, if you're open-minded, if you don't mind walking through all of these stores, I guarantee you will find something that you want. I think that this would be a really great gift for yourself or for a loved one who is a matcha lover. Like, trust me when I say that they will really like this. Number 4 is a Japanese knife. If you're already on Kappabashi Kitchen Street shopping for your matcha bowl, you can also shop for a beautiful Japanese knife. Similar to matcha bowls, what I really like about knives is that, again, there's a wide variety. So many different price ranges that can accommodate whatever your budget is. So many different types of knives depending on what you plan to use it for. Matt and I decided to get a nakiri knife. They are known for having this rectangular shape. It's mainly used for chopping vegetables, which when we're cooking in the kitchen, we are most likely gonna do that. So we wanted a more generalized knife where we can use it for a lot of things. The one knife store that we went to specifically is called Koku. And what we were drawn to about that store specifically is just, it was very aesthetic. We really liked the warm lighting. There was a lot of wood. The knives were beautifully displayed on the wall. They were magnetically attached and just looked like they were floating. So we ended up choosing that one because of aesthetics and stayed because of the customer service. The people that were helping us were just really knowledgeable about the different knives that they had. They were very patient about explaining to us all the different types and the specializations of the knives. There was a chopping station where you can literally chop radishes and carrots to kind of test out the knives so you know that you are buying quality. I really love the design of this knife. It's just so interesting. Like, look at all the grooves. It looks like a piece of wood. So this is made out of Damascus steel. I don't really know what that does, but it just sounds cool. The handle of the knife is also a Japanese style, so that's really cool. It really does look different compared to the knives that we have at home. A Japanese knife is a very exceptional gift, either for yourself or a loved one. It's something that can last many decades if you take care of the blade, and you can even get these engraved. So, funny story, when we went, the person who engraves the knives at Koku was actually out sick. So I'll just pretend that I engraved it in my heart. But maybe you'll be luckier and he'll be in office when you go. But again, very thoughtful thing to bring home from Japan and very unique. Number 5 is Snowpeak gear. Snowpeak is an outdoor brand that is really known for their minimalist designs and exceptional craftsmanship. While I was doing research trying to figure out the things I was gonna buy for my first ever camping trip, I stumbled upon this double titanium wall cup. For reference, I bought this at an REI for $55. And in Japan, each of these cups were closer to $30. I think that's after tax. It is almost 50% cheaper to buy it in Japan. The thing that makes this so unique is that it is literally so light. It feels like a feather, honestly, compared to my Hydro Flask or my Yeti cups. Those are, I don't know, just really bulky and heavy. And I honestly think that this double wall titanium keeps my ice more intact. And you know, I'm an iced latte girly, so that's really important to me because I don't want my drinks to be diluted and I take a long time to drink my drinks. So I really love this. And also it doesn't sweat. It's really awesome. So we decided to invest in this pot and pan set. It's really cool because this handle is actually detachable. So it can go from pot making soup to pan frying eggs. And then it comes with this lid. So you can cover all the things that you make. It's non-stick, so that's really nice for when you're out there. And it's all really stackable and compact. So really hoping that we get a lot of use out of these and that we go camping soon again. Wrapping up the Snowpeak haul are 2 exclusive items you can only get at the land station location next to Tokyo Station. Oh, that rhymes. It is these 2 items. So first is an anodized titanium cup. The characters of Snowpeak are actually written in Japanese, which is really cool. It's very fun, it reminds you of a unicorn. And the other item is this purple shirt. It is a really cute, dusty purple color. I think it's very aesthetic. Another cool thing about the land station Snowpeak location is that there is a camping themed cafe. You are literally sitting in camping chairs as your seats. The table is a fold-out table that people use for camping, and a lot of the things that you use are these actual camping cups and plates and spoons and forks. So I thought that was really cool. That was peak glamping, a camping cafe. What's really nice is that I was able to get all of these items because it was so much cheaper to buy it in Japan. That is a plus. You're getting really high quality Japanese titanium with really awesome design for a fraction of the price than what you would get in the US. This is a no-brainer, especially if you're a camping person. You will love all these items and use it for many, many years to come. And some of them you might even use daily, like this. I use this cup all the time on my desk, so you can ask Matt. Number 6 is character keychains. When I went to Japan for the first time a few years ago, I bought way too many stuffed toys. They were really cute and I just didn't really know what to do with them after my trip. I think that this is a great hybrid of still, fulfilling that dream of having cute little plushies and them being kind of useful. Because I don't know about you, but bag charms are back. I think that character keychains are such a great alternative to buying all of those plushies that, probably will just collect dust on a shelf somewhere, because you can actually use it on a day-to-day basis and you can switch them out. They can take turns being on your backpack or purse, and they're very personalized because you can pick out the characters that you want. We're gonna start off with my favorite Japanese stuffed toy brand, which is the Sumikko Gurashi. I love how all 3 of these are so different, and some of them are actually Japan exclusives. Next up, we have keychains from Disney Japan, and these are really cute. I love food items. This one is a Sakura Mochi, and then this one is a Taiyaki, where you can even remove Red Bean Mickey. Isn't that so cute? The third set of keychains that I bought is from a brand called Miffy. I really love these cute little bunnies, and I like how all three of these have different textures. So that's really cool. One is even a coin purse. So highly recommend, and they're also pretty reasonably priced. They can be anywhere from $5 US to $10 US. And if you go to Character Street at Tokyo Station, there are so many options. Like, you will find a plushie that you like there. They make for great souvenirs for your friends and family, and a great reminder of your fun trip to Japan. If you want to tag along all my adventures in Japan, then you're going to want to subscribe, because that is the next vlog that I'm working on. I'm going to go to Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, Uji, and you're probably going to see me pick up some of these items along the way. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.